All right. Today's mini course, we're going to start today off with a mini course. These mini courses are just introductory into information so you can continue on with your own research as far as advancing your trading skills go. So as much as I'm here to give you support and education as much as possible, you do need to take initiative and do your own research. So these presentations can kind of help you figure out where where to do your research, right? And what to focus on and what maybe you like and not like, and maybe introduce you to something you haven't heard of before. So this market has a lot to give us, a lot to learn in it, a lot of different ways to trade it. So today we're going to talk about order blocks and when order blocks form on the chart, we can trade them. So you're like, what is an order block? Let's get into it. That's where we're going to start. So first up, what is an order block? We're going to cover in this presentation, understanding the blocks in smart money. And then last but not least, we're going to go over some ways that we can trade them when they appear on the chart. All right, what is an order block? An order block is a large, very large buy or sell order created by smart money. They are privately negotiated security transactions arranged away from the public markets to lessen the effect on the security price. Block trades are often broken up into smaller orders and executed through different brokers to mask their true size. They are typically carried out by hedge funds and institutional investors like banks and can be made outside of the open market through a private purchase agreement. So it's pretty much when the big banks are ready to make a big move, they break up their orders. But not everything can be hidden as well as they may like it. So they do make these small blocks on the charts when they're preparing to do these moves. So what is smart money? Smart money is capital being controlled by institutional investors, market mavericks, central banks, and other financial professionals. It refers to the force that influences and moves financial markets, often led by the actions of central banks. Smart money was originally a gambling term that referred to the wagers made by gamblers with a track record of success. And smart money is invested on a much larger scale than the retail investments. All right, so for those of you who may be new to the crib, and we have some people who like to do ICT method with their trading, and they'll oftentimes talk about smart money and being controlled and influenced, and this is what this is. All right. So let's take a deeper look now into smart money and order blocks and kind of put them together. So smart money being cash invested or wagered with those who are considered in the know or well informed. Your block trades are like your not publicly disclosed, information on trading, and this financial industry self-regulatory prohibits the disclosure of that information, and they can have reports on it. So you can look that up. Block trading facilitates in block houses. So that's the specialized brokers that were talked about at the beginning of the presentation. And these are the brokers that are actually facilitating and executing those block trades on behalf of the institutions, okay? Smart money, going back to smart money a little bit, it's often identified by greater than usual trading volume. So you're going to see like a combination of two. You can see these imbalances in trading volume, and then you can also see these actual blocks on the chart. They kind of go hand in hand oftentimes, and they can be your cue that, okay, price is going to take off in a direction one way or the other. You can confirm which direction from your candlestick patterns. You got to study those candlestick patterns, and then you'll be able to execute the trade, block trade to block trade, or as the imbalance of smart money goes, you can move through that imbalance to the next block trade. So all of that will make sense more on the chart. All right, order block trading, because that's what y'all really care about. You're like, oh, Randy, who really gives a crap about the history of block trades? Just tell me how to make my money and what I'm looking for. All right, let's do it, because I get it. But it helps for those who really need an understanding. It helps to know the history of things. Trust me. I think Justinia can vouch for that. She's my other history buff in here. All right. So how to identify the order blocks? What is an order block? It's going to be a chunk of market orders placed by big traders and institutions that are shown in the form of zones on the candlestick chart. It's a technical analysis technique that tells you about the accumulation or distribution of orders from the big market. You can have a bullish order block and a bearish order block. A bullish order block will appear in a downward trend and signify a trend reversal. The price stayed in a downward trend for a while, and now the blip players are making their moves to increase price. And have a little picture here at the bottom of what an order block kind of will look like. Appearing at the bottom of a downtrend, and then will signify the reversal impulsive move, bullish block upward. A bearish block is going to appear in an uptrend, right? And then price will stay there for a while. And now the big players will move a reversal down, and then we'll get that breakout to the downside. So this next slide kind of gives you a real life picture of order blocks and kind of how they look. And kind of what you're looking for. So those areas that I squared off are the order block areas that you're going to be paying attention to. You're going to be looking for like this area where price really couldn't decide which way it wanted to go. And then boom, it broke out, right? And then we traded and came down. And so a lot of times, right, when we see an order block like this and price leaves it, maybe we caught the up run and we're trading here. Now we're in the chop like we are this week of pure terribleness. And there's smaller order blocks right within this. This is a 4-hour time frame, right? But so I'm trying to just get you to identify these larger chunks, because as you scroll down to the smaller time frames, they're gonna like expand a bit, they're gonna look a little wider, but you're overall kind of looking for the same thing. But ideally, right, when once price leaves an order block, it's gonna come back down to that previous order block, as you can see here, right? So price came back to it, and this is how we're trading it, right? We can kind of look at these blocks as magnets on the chart. So when price leaves one, we can bet on price will need to return to it at some point, and then maybe create another one, and that other one, break up or down, depending on what it wants to do. And as you can see here, this was actually forming a new one, and I don't know what price went after that. So I hope that kind of explains and kind of gives you an idea of how to look at order blocks. Any questions before I move on from there? I know most of you guys are seniors, seeing some of this presentation, but we do have a few new people who are trying to understand everything I'm looking at the chart. And this just adds to the candlesticks. It adds to Fibonacci. It adds to everything that you already know, but it could help you apply some entry and exit points better, because you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I have my zone, right? You would have blocked this off as like a buy zone area, right? And then you're also like, oh, but it's also an order block in there, right? So then I have more likely chance for it to come and bounce and like run price through that previous order block, right? It just gives you more information to know what's going on, so you can have the conviction to take the trade. All right, because it's all support and resistance no matter what. The order blocks at the end of the day form the support and resistance. So it's all the same. It's just understanding how to put it all together. All right. So how do we trade them? Bullish or bearish, or what you're going to do when you see the order block, you're going to wait for the breakaway from that order block. How that's going to look, that's going to take practice and skill of reading candlesticks. And sometimes it doesn't give you any warning whatsoever. It just breaks. But you're going to wait for that breakaway candle, potentially wait for a confirmation that price is really moving out of that zone, and then you're going to enter your trade. So candlestick patterns that you're going to be looking for to help you identify the breakaway is going to be an actual breakaway candle, which is usually these long candles that are exiting out the zone. That's pretty much what all those 4 bullet points are saying. And long breakout, boom. All right, let's keep it simple. And then another way you can kind of identify a breakout is a pin bar pattern. Now, you have to be really, really, really careful using a pin bar to confirm that your next candle is going to be a breakaway, because pin bars can be fake breaks, okay? And that's just the way it is. It's just going to take you skill, time, momentum, volume, maybe some other things to kind of help you know that that pen is the pen that's going to break away price next, right? So, because a lot of times when price is consolidating, right, it's going to make multiple pins. So you're going to have to kind of figure out, well, which pin is really giving me my reversal based on the size of the tail or the wick, right? If you have a really long rejection from one side than the other, maybe that's going to be a stronger reversal pin than one that maybe has equal shadows on each side, right? So I'm going to show you some pictures and kind of put that into perspective. So a breakaway, up or down, right? You're looking at, and this little doodad is not a part of it. I couldn't get it out of the slide template. So right, we're breaking, we're gonna either break down or break up out of the pattern. So it's gonna kind of do a swoop and break out. All right. And then your pin bars are gonna be, again, your stronger patterns are gonna be these hammer pins to give you a little bit more definition, because we have lots of dojis, from graveyard dojis to dragonfly dojis, dojis, pin bar dojis, all types of dojis, spinning top dojis. So in this case, we're looking more for the hammer, okay? Meaning that you have very little wick on one end and a lot of wick on the other end, like a hammer, right? Flat top, hammer, and stem. So those are going to be your most likely going to be, emphasis on the most likely, because it's all probabilities here. All right, y'all don't come for me. Don't come for me. Randy said it's all probability. But most likely this is going to be the pattern that's going to take you out of the order block. And then you're going to see the pen, and then you're going to see the long candle breaking out of it. All right. So when it comes to your stop loss and take profit targets, you are going to most likely be moving from order block to order block, like I said. So your take profit, so let's go back a few slides. So your take profit in this case, I would have drew a horizontal line at the top. So if I were to draw a pen here, I would have drawn a horizontal line here, right? And when price came back down, that would have been my target to get out, because I know that at the top of that order block, price is going to pretty much, back up. That's going to be my first target. Bam. Now, if you're a risky trader like myself, and you're like, it's going to go through the order block because you know that's what it's going to do, then you could take it to the end. As you see, price does eventually cross down through there, but you see that it's choppy. That's what it does every time. It hits the top of the order block, confirm, easy first target. Waiting for it to come through the order block for the additional few dollars that are within the order block. Trader's choice, up to you. You don't need to risk your capital for this little bit of money if you don't want to. Okay, you don't have to do that. You can easily just boom, here, get out, wait, pen. You see the pen? There's a pen. You see it? Y'all see that? Let's see. How can I do? Y'all see the pen right here? Pen and coming out. So then you got your pen, you got your confirmation candle. This candle's now coming out. It's breaking above your previous high here. And you're in the trade somewhere between these two candles. You should be in the trade to ride it up to its next. You got a bacon candle here. So you would ride it up. And yes, this is a 4 hour. So best believe there is an order block somewhere in here. Okay. So price went up to the order block again. And again, first target, boom, right here, waiting on the last little bit of money at the top. Not really worth it, because you're going to be, it's just stressful, y'all. Like, ladies, we got enough to worry about. Okay, we got our men, we got our kids, we got our menstrual cycles, we got all that shit. Take profit right here and just be done with it, and try your best to stick to that move. It's really, really hard to stick to what you say you're going to do, because greed takes over, and it takes over in the most interesting, slick ways. It creeps in there, right? But this is the easiest most cleanest way to trade, right? Just boom to, let me bring my pen back, right? Okay, so pen, laser, so price, boom to here, leave, boom to there, just right to the tops. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple and clean, okay? And get the hell out of Dodge, all right? Just get the hell out of Dodge, okay? That's basically what we're doing. Any questions? No questions? Let's get to the chart because I'm gonna scream at Adobe. Let's do a little bit of market analysis. And Adobe, the only setups I kind of saw today were Adobe. Again, if you guys have any questions, jump on the mic and cut me off. You could chat it, put it in the chat right now. I'll give you a few minutes if you have to write it out. I'm just kind of ramble and transition over. So let's order blocks, yay. All right. Y'all see the chart? Confirm that you guys see the chart. Thank you, Jasenia.
We see it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so where'd my news link go? I could have sworn I had it up there. Yes, not. Let's bring it back. All right. So I have Adobe because good old Adobe want to do stuff. And I had a feeling to get in the calls, but this is trading psychology, y'all. Like when you take a loss, it is really hard to switch your mind over quickly to recover. Like it could be like intimidating, like you try and then you fail a little bit, and then you're like, you get a little frustrated, and it's like, and you know what you need to do, but something about taking the loss just like gets in your way, and I'm really combating that. So we're gonna see what I can do with Adobe today. Even though I was like, a part of me wants to take a break, a part of me is like, I know what I need to do, just relax. This week, and it's mostly because I took the loss over here in Spy World. Okay, I didn't take the loss in Adobe World, I took the loss in Spy World. And Spy World has been, look at this. This is a 30-minute. Okay, this is the 2-hour. Let's go out to the daily. Okay, so first, the daily is this week. Okay, going nowhere fast. Shouldn't even traded this sucker till probably like today, because today finally looks like it may break out, but again, emphasis on the may probability. Now, I do like the fact that yesterday we closed in this nice little W, which is probably the reason why Tandra jumped her ass right in, because I don't blame her. It's a bullish signal. Why not risk it? She knows how to get out, and that's exactly what she's gonna do. If this W fails, she's gonna get the hell out. She's not gonna hold it, and she's gonna do what she's supposed to do, because we all still struggle a little bit with holding a little bit too long. Like we know what we need to do, but it's just there, dog. Like it happens to the best of us. So I'm really excited for this to break up and continue upwards overall. So like the 431 daily top that I have. This is a nice like textbook W here, okay? We don't have the breakage yet. That's why I held off, but I also held off because you already burned my ass at Sweets to buy. So I'm kind of like, all right, you know what? Just let it cool off. Now, I came in and made money on Adobe, and then held Adobe a little too long and lost that profit because I, still fine tuning my game. But the rest of this candle here kind of tricked me out. Like this area right here kind of psyched me out on what Adobe was actually going to do. So I held too long, but I know exactly what I was looking at, and I knew exactly where to get out first, which was right here, which I did. So it was just a matter of like wanting to press down here. So price turned around, rightfully so, like it should, and then it like boomed up. So kind of butthurt about missing that move up, but we'll see if it wants the one of two things. Yeah, close this fair value gap up here at 40.60, or retrace back down and bounce off of here, and then maybe go back for the full fair value gap. I'm thinking something like that as well. Not sure if it wants to recover this way. I have to see. Adobe gaps and then like stays and then moves. I don't know. I just gotta feel it out. Sometimes you just know when Adobe's moving and you just gotta hit, you just gotta get in it when you know. So we do have earnings next Thursday for Adobe. And that may be part of this move. I have no idea when it wants to retrace this bottom or not. I'm not going to be focused on the bottom as much anymore. I got to kind of learn to let that go. That's what I learned this week. Like, Randy, so because it was such a bear market last year, right? So I'm still letting go of like bear all the time, and like it has to come up bull sometimes, Randy. Um, and maybe just stay bullish. So, as much as I want it to be an even seesaw type of motion, it's not always going to be that way. And it should be going up. That's the way the market is designed to do. So I'm not really mad about it. Just, looking for whatever move is going to be next on Adobe and kind of keeping my eyes on Adobe this morning. Outside of Adobe, who else had a pretty big move pre-market? Because Adobe was like, I was like, damn you, Adobe, like really? Like $10, like for real? Like this is gonna be another $20 day. So that's what I'm like. If it's gonna be another $20 day, I might as well catch the next $20. Just saying. I think it was just Tesla had a decent little move too. Um, and I don't know if Tesla wants this upper Tesla. I gotta look at Tesla contracts again because it may be one we can get into. But I know it was on the pricier side ish. I want to say ish. I gotta look again. So don't hold me to that. For those of you who know it, I don't want to misspeak. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it because Lulu didn't go nowhere, and it was Netflix. Netflix moved quite a bit as well. So, yeah. And that's quite a bit. Like it closed at 409, it's at 426. So Netflix can really move too. So I really like Tandra said, like, we don't it's not like we don't need a trade spy at all. But sometimes I know I can get fixated on it a little too much. And that's what I mean by leave it alone. Because I can't get too fixed. If it doesn't have a move, it doesn't have a move. Just let it go. Like, and just look somewhere else. Because clearly this week, Adobe and like Netflix, were really moving. And I could have like made my money trading those this week because each week, the companies just do something different. So even though we have this consensus on the market, we just can't be naive to like what each individual sector may be doing. So that's some research that we're going to have to get into the habit of looking at. Like, okay, well, S&P, the S&P is fighting because it's the S&P, right? And maybe right now, the Dow and NASDAQ, we're trying to figure out what we're doing. So let's just look at some of the overall industries and figure out which industry is really moving, and then kind of focus on those companies that are leading there and just, see what wave they're in. So definitely getting more into trading analysis and fundamentals and research to make this thing happen during the summer months. Because we're day traders, so I at least know for me, sitting and waiting on one particular stock, especially when I know that the SPY can chop up for weeks at a time, it makes it kind of like, oh my God, am I ever going to be profitable waiting on the stock market like this if that's the only thing I'm focused on? So these traders that are in here, like I only focus on SPY. I hope that's all they're really saying. Because a part of me is like, you gotta be trading at least like two other tickers because things just stall out. So my eyes are on Adobe Prize. And the future is going up and up and up. I think Maria just dropped. Is Maria in here yet? Not yet. She dropped in a telegram that she got out of her call with a small profit. Um, yeah, when you get burned, she's suffering the same thing. Like we got burned this week, and she should probably really kept it. But you know what you need to do, but it's just you're fighting with your subconscious after the loss. It's brutal, y'all. Trading psychology is brutal. Brutal. So I think I'm gonna just, and I had a feeling this was a pullback to go up too, but I knew when you're at the top, you just never know. You see, like, oh, I'm ready to run this because that's like a good little run, but it's cool. We gonna scalp the move. The bell about to ring in like 2 minutes. How y'all feeling otherwise? What else y'all looking at this morning? Anything? And Lily can move too. So I should have got the gap fill down on Lily, and then I want to see if it's gonna do this upward thing. So it's between Lily and Nvidia for me. I mean Lily and Adobe for me this morning, y'all. Um, and filled the gap and came on back up. Now where do you want to go? All the way back up, maybe? It's hard to watch everything. That's all I can say. All right. We got 30 seconds for this bell ring, and I'm like focused in on whatever the move is gonna be. The futures being out. I mean, Adobe is like, as long as it's not consolidating, it's really good stock. I don't know why, but I don't know why lately it's been so crazy. Because for a while it was giving hardly any moves. Look at this. Jump all over the place. We'll do some volatile move up to Lily. Okay, is Lily coming down? So I can scalp it down $4 if it's coming down. Not really worried about the SPY. Damn you, Lily. Like when it does stuff like this and you can't even get in, and never mind. Just takes off. Uh, 442. Let me wait on it and let it figure itself out. What is Adobe doing? Adobe. Up or down, Adobe? Which one is it? This is a 460 right here, which was that gap. Fair value gap on the daily. And then Literally have to just stare at the screen. Like, don't blink or you'll miss it.
Hello.
Hi.
So, what's happening?
What is happening?
Looks like up and down, and
I'm focused on Adobe and Lily. I'm trying to see what I can do, but these contracts on Adobe are just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Adobe's expensive. Are you looking to get into something?
I was gonna ride this
maybe
down.
it's going down a little bit. Adobe
Yeah,
looks
it's
like one of
retraced.
the.
I see the retracement. Well, the ES has swept three swing highs, like some daily highs. So for a day, so it just swept the last high. I think it was Monday's high. So it swept all the daily highs for this week, and now it's going for that. Hopefully, it's going for the 43.15, which is a. Let me see which day this is. I gotta zoom out.
Damn, Lily. Shit.
Going down, Lily.
Yeah, Lily's flying down faster than I can catch it.
So, do they have a good contract on them?
Yeah, they're not super expensive. It looks like it's gonna take out some of this fair value gap here
And then go back?
and probably go back, yeah. But I don't know,
Looking.
like all these premiums are super inflated today. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
I may sit out. I mean, that's what I said yesterday. I'm gonna sit out, and
yeah.
inflated premiums will definitely make me sit out because I'm all about managing capital. Because usually Lily's not $600 like this. It's usually like 300. So it's high. And Adobe's ridiculously high. There's no way. And then to do a zero DTE on Adobe, like, I don't know. What you think? Tandra, a zero
Um,
DTE on
I'm sorry, I
Adobe?
was looking at the ES thing. So the ES price is back to last year. This is August of last year highs is what that 43.15 is. What do I think about Adobe? I don't know if I need to give it this 15 minutes. I see it's trying to things seem to be dropping. Do I need to take my profit and run?
Yeah, if you bought an Adobe call, I would.
Oh, I'm in SPY.
Oh, the spy call?
I'm in three of
Probably.
them. Three
I
of
know.
them.
Probably because I don't know how, I don't know, like we only got one more dollar up and that it could do.
Okay, because I have my take order just before. I have my take order at
And that's if it wants to do it. It looks like it's coming down to retrace the gap that it made since it's small. Nope, Lily didn't break down. Adobe's just, I cannot. You see these premiums, y'all?
yeah,
This is insane for Adobe. And
yeah.
like to put $1,400 on it when I know I don't need to. Ooh. And if I go further out the money though, and it doesn't move, then I'm gonna be in a sucky situation because that's what I just was. So I'd rather be closer to price action at like 445 or something like that. But I'm not risking this much capital unless this sucker moves. It's hard to tell. It's so inflated. And I don't think they're coming
Oh
down.
my God. Do you know this thing came up and touched my order, but didn't go through it? So it didn't release it. My
Yeah, I
take
got
profit.
you. I know.
It
It's
touched it.
it's this is the stress I didn't want. That's why I was like, you know what? Spy is for like a dollar or two. It's so slow. This week to just come in and fill your orders. I don't like it. Let's see if Netflix is any better. This June 16th date is killing me. It's probably just best to wait the next week unless something's come out. Because I don't want to pay $800 for that either. because I don't want to play a 0 DTE. Like that just no.
No, I don't blame you on that one.
Yeah, like no. Like that just doesn't seem like a smart decision. But buying any amount of time right today is like expensive. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wait till this week. This week is not it. Tandra, I'm gonna help you and assess the futures and SPY. If you try to hold on to the
Yes.
end of as long as you can hold. Let's see what we got going on. Because the contracts change, so now it gotta do this stupid adjustment thing.
Yeah, I
It's
think it's supposed to say
it's
that
another
all
reason why we shouldn't trade this week. I need to put those calendar dates on my calendar because that will help me know, okay, yeah, this is definitely not a week to trade because the contracts are going to change and things are going to be wonky. You know what I mean? The
Right.
ETNs. I think that's a good sign that we can all just kind of, okay, we're not going to trade when the contracts. It looks like it right now is staying pretty bullish. Let's see. How much profit you got?
I'm at $116.
I mean,
Almost 150.
I do
I
think
got
it
it
wants
yesterday, so I'm
430.
at 150 for the day though.
I got you.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this wick it wants because this is. Let me see if I can dissect this wick. Here we go, 30-minute. All right, so you want to put a take profit order at 431.23?
Oh, I actually have it below that. Let me see what my take. I have a take
430,
profit.
430.99?
I have it at 430.94. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yes.
Look at us. I like.
Yeah, because if I go to the wick like we supposed to, then yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at us. Oh, look at this going for it.
Yeah, you should be good then. I was sitting wait for it. I think it's
Go ahead and take it. Let it take that to 430. It looks like it's about to do it.
I think he'll take that.
It just took it.
There you go. I had a feeling.
I'm out. It just took me out. Yay.
Perfect. Because I was like, I think it's gonna at least do that. And if it gives me any more.
So my day was, well, I was, because it retraced some, so I was negative yesterday, like 30 some dollars. So I'm just, so like 170. I was 200. So this was like a $200 day. Minus the $30, so 170. I'm just happy that I saw what I saw yesterday. I should now.
The W was there for sure, and it looks like it's gonna keep going too.
It wasn't the W for me because I saw an M, Randy. I saw the M, but what I saw was the daily candle was a beast. The daily candle was a beast yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, this candle is very bullish." So let me take advantage of a short move this morning.
Where is the futures really trying to go? We really running up? We got the Dow up 200. No, let me take that back. NASDAQ, sorry, y'all. They're right next to each other. So I was like, where are we going? The NASDAQ is up, though. The Dow is coming up.
Oh, look at it, it's still going.
Yeah. But I don't like it when I can't pick a level. We're going to stop right here at the 430, or we're going to keep running.
That 43.15 was from August of last year. So
this is a fair value. I may jump in this. Because the new contract has this whole fair value gap run, and if it's gonna take it out, then shit, I might as well jump in SPY. It may go for the moon today.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at Cat and Home Depot. Cat is scribbling. Ooh, Home Depot dropped.
It's gonna go. I think it may go, y'all. May just go. There's my 2 hour. We got a hook. You gonna give me some type of retracement today, or this is the big candle move for this week to take this out up to here? But what does that equate on it? It always looks bigger on the futures. I don't know what that's gonna look like on the SPY. Honest to God. This is the top of this wick, and then you have all this room up here. Looks like it wants to be in this zone. I hope it
Well,
doesn't
I can
come
tell you
crashing
that.
out as soon as I jump in here.
Yeah, so ES old contract is flying, whereas the new contract is not so much. So the old contract is up almost 15 points, whereas the old one is only at $9 and something. And I think you have the new contract, Wendy.
Well, it puts it together.
Oh, look at it, about to swipe this thing.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, SPY went right up because I would. Oh man, it's right at what my next target would have been if I was. Oh, you know what? I should have only sold, like you said, I should have kept one contract open and I didn't.
It's hard to do that, I know.
It is hard to do that.
Running up there.
Yep, it surely did. It went right to my second target that I had put. So
I'm just gonna sit here. I jumped in. I'm just gonna sit here and watch it manually get out. Just one contract and just see what it does today. And nothing more. I'm gonna call that the end of my trading for today. See where it wants to go. See if it turns around on me. And then I need to like run and get out.
yeah, I'm just wondering if we're gonna be able to do something. Caterpillar's dropping. Home Depot is dropping. Why?
Stay up or it's gonna turn around. This is a very top highs. It's a hard finesse right now, y'all.
Oh, so it did went through that August.
Oops, it's not gonna go all the way up.
August 2022 high. So.
They'll probably turn around now because I don't expect much more
looks like
upward.
it's
I'm
gonna
gonna just
probably turn
see.
around.
Let's see. We're just testing and seeing my candlestick patterns here. We'll give it as 9 seconds.
So SPY is going. I wondered how long.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's what I said. I don't know how
Yeah.
long either. So I jumped in and I just said I'm gonna manually do this
Yeah.
thing because I don't know the target
got out.
either.
Yeah, I got out too soon.
That happens because you're like, what is it gonna do? And that's what I was like, let me calm my emotions. Let me do
Yep.
the contract.
Totally
Now-
go in for that wick.
Yeah.
I'm watching it on the futures though, because I see where the futures could go if it wants to go all the way up there. And I'm just kind of just taking it.
How about Adobe? Oh my gosh.
Adobe is
Adobe fell.
parabolic.
I can't get an Adobe. It's too expensive. Like you would have had to be in Adobe earlier this week and hold that sucker.
Adobe's so expensive, but it makes you so much money and so quickly.
Yeah, but Adobe's not this expensive normally. Today, Adobe's too expensive.
It's earnings coming up. That's why. And I think it's going to have good earnings. I think this is a sign of good earnings.
It probably will. I'm going to see when I can jump in and when the premiums come down a bit. And if not, then it just is what it is.
Maybe next week, get a week contract. Yeah. Get a week contract or something like that.
Something. Well, I couldn't play the week or I would have been able to hold. You know, they were just so expensive.
Right. I'm thinking next week. I'm thinking next week, get a week contract.
Oh, yeah, potentially, because next week's contract would be the 20th.
Wow. One contract is like 1,600 or something.
Yeah, it's too high. Like that's why I just left it alone. Because I wanted to get in Adobe to ride it to this point, 64, 65, because I had a feeling it'll go there.
Where's Adobe going? It's flying.
But it's too expensive to trade. I don't want to risk that much capital.
Yeah. But where is it going? Where's
I
Adobe
don't
going?
know. That's the other thing.
It's like, where's it going? Let me see if I can figure out where it's going. Girl, it still looks like a rocket ship up there all by itself. I swear.
All right, I don't think we're gonna make SPY happen. I think it's like futures is running out of gas.
So how far do you think Adobe going?
That's what I'm trying to look. I'm looking for that right now
Like,
to see
is
where
there
it's going.
is there a
Oh,
thing
there's
that,
a wait. Nope. Because it's gone past that peak that was up there. I don't know where it's going. So the high of that peak was 451.15. It's way above that one. That was back
Yeah,
August of
clear.
last year. You're gonna have to go back
Adobe's
further.
Adobe's clearing the whole order block. That's what
Adobe's like,
Adobe's
watch
doing.
me, watch me. As you said, watch
Basically,
me,
Adobe's
watch
coming
me.
for this whole zone, I think, at this point, and they'll probably stop now. Like it may come even past this high. I'm trying to take in the levels, but it's really pushing. 473, 470. I can't get in it because it's too expensive, y'all. I can't get my brain to do it. Anybody else
When you
gonna
talking
pay?
about Adobe?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. So when you play Adobe, you might that might be the only thing you play and just kind of ride it.
I don't know. I may just wait for Adobe to like. I think it really comes down to patience. Like I really just need to wait for when these stocks are giving us the better moves and the better like prices, because there's no reason. I know Adobe's not that expensive. I can't, because Adobe can do moves just like it's doing right now, and the contracts not be $1,600 a pop.
Yeah.
So I can't get no. It's patience. You know,
All
like
right.
I'll trade it
So
when it comes back down.
so Adobe has an April 2022 high at 473.49. That might be where it's going. And then the next one up will be March 1st, 2022. So 473.49 is a high from April 4th, 2022 for Adobe. That might be where it's going. Let me mark this zone right here. I'm going to mark that so we can see if that's where she's going. We've turned her to a female today. Well, maybe she's still a male. All right.
Nope, and SPY doesn't want to follow, so well, sort of, but not really. All these other tickers just running up, and I can't play them because they're just being too high. Capital management still looking bullish right now, though.
Oh, so yeah, no. Maybe you said like you said, Randy. Okay, so the sales order I have for Adobe is 460.61 to 473.49.
Okay,
So
but
that's
I'm not gonna trade it though because it's too expensive.
no, don't trade it. No, no, no.
I'm just gonna wait. Like right now, I'm focused on what I can trade. So I'm just not even looking at it until another day when the premiums are at $400, $500 where they're supposed to be, and I can make, you know, what I need to make off of scaling that, because it's way easier to do that. So
Maybe it's going for this. Yeah, I'm looking at Home Depot. Look at maybe it's going because it literally has turned around. The candle arrangement says I'm turning around.
who you price? You just left me. Fuck. I knew he was about to do this move too.
Girls, I got a spot too soon. Too soon. Look at it fly. My third target was 431.97. Let's see if it goes there. Look at it. Look at it for me.
Mm, 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 mm. I wonder what we're gonna do today. I really do. It's not even 10 o'clock yet.
Well, I got some day trade. I'm hunting for some. I got some I got all three of my day trades. So
Well, it's not looking like a pulling back anytime soon. It may want to finish this out. I'm telling y'all. Because it saw it on the 4 hour as well.
oh, you mean take out that high? Very
Trying to
top
see where
high,
it's
the
at.
43.2750.
Because it's in this wick right now. I think it may want the whole thing. Let me see what 2 hour look like.
Hey,
2 hour, come lower to here.
so I got in
Just get
one
out.
contract with Adobe. Let's see,
You did
Did you get into
Adobe?
Adobe?
one contract. I hope
Yeah,
it's not a
girl,
mistake.
Manage it tightly. Manage that.
for real.
You know,
Because with
once you
that
get
much
it, once you get into
capital,
profit, yeah.
when the thing about inflated premiums, when they're just inflated, you can lose too fast. And you just gotta be mentally prepared.
Right.
Is it tracing now? Because I'm like low 40. I don't want to get too deep into losing and then I can just get out of it.
Well, the NASDAQ is off the rocker at 300 something. So it's
So it follows NASDAQ?
a
Yes.
bit, it's on the NASDAQ. So yeah.
Adobe's up $26. Jesus.
If it wasn't so inflated, I would be in it. I'd
I but
definitely
should
be
have been
in
in
it.
this thing overnight. We should like, jeez, man. Goodness.
I should have scaled into SPY, but it's whatever. So this is a rough week. It's cool.
Yeah.
Fact that I'm still
I
alive
go
in
to my
this
number.
other.
Oh, it's hesitating, but my second number was 431.97. That would have been $1 per contract. $1 additional, which would have been nice.
Really didn't do what I needed to do. That's fine. Definitely would have been an Adobe move, Adobe call if I had the capital and felt like risking it.
Yeah.
Would have got in right when that market opened for it to fly up on that second or third candle. Come on and stay up. Go on and finish it out.
Yeah. I don't like this push down candle on Adobe. This 15-minute Adobe candle I don't like. Unless it turns back around.
Is it turning around?
It's slowly turning around, but I don't know if it wants to stay down just yet.
Should I get out?
You could, because I think most of the run up, but that's the thing about Adobe, it does a lot of its run up, it seems like overnight and during the morning, and then it just chills and it's a slow creep for the rest of the day. So I don't think you'll lose, but this is like if you jumped in recently, then you may be like losing a little bit. Let's see, hold on, you just gotta give it patience and see if it stays up. It just ran up, so it probably wants a retracement. I have a high. I think Tundra went lower than me. Let me bring this down. So 469, at least a 470. but it'll probably get stopped at this wick first. So that's 465, which is right
Oh,
where
you're
it
talking
was
about
at.
Adobe? Yeah, my numbers are
So
460, 61, and
I
473.41.
have to look at it. It bounced here, and I can take off this label of gap close. It bounced there because that's the wick. If it wants to take the rest of the candle to the 470, that this is the zone it needs to break, and then the close is gonna be the 469 type of thing. So that's really the move you're looking for unless it's coming back down. So let's see, it's doing a retracement. So you want like 467 to 469 to be getting out because it already hit the first. That was the first target right there, 465. Based on that formation that was back there on the 2 hour. So that's exactly where it's turning around at right now. So we're just gonna have to wait, do the retracement. See if this level holds it. It looks like it may want to hold it. Adobe seems like it wants to stay up. But you never know how deep a retracement can be. So just kind of
I'm just going to listen. I'm just going to listen to you guys. I'm at work and keep my ear.
keep your ear
listening.
and your eye on it. Well, we got you. I'll send an alert. I can send a bottom alert for you and kind of be like, Fatima.
Please let me know because I'm already like 110 down.
Yeah, I know, because it's doing a retracement. So we really just don't, as long as price doesn't break below like 456 and fall, you can hold it. How much time did you buy on it?
16.
You did the same day?
Yeah, no, next week.
Next week. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So
June
yeah.
16th.
So definitely, I could definitely let you know, even like don't hold it for the weekend type of thing. You sometimes can, like depending on where this closes, you could or we could just get out. If it chooses to turn around and really go up and closes at like a $30 today, I would just take that and be done with it and just get back in next week.
Okay.
So yeah, earnings is probably the reason why the premiums is going to play it. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to play it next week because I really don't like risking that much capital. It's just
I know, but it would be so lucrative if it's
I
in your favor.
know, and I
You could just get
feel
one
that.
contract. One contract.
I know. We'll see. We'll see. Because it's not like I have the capital. It's not like I don't have the capital, and it's not like that capital is gonna like be even half the account. It's just the point that I know that I don't have to do that, and I much rather scale.
Yeah, I get the principle. The principle of the thing is if that price is way too high.
Right. So let's see. It's finally 10 o'clock. Are we gonna finally get like a little stall retracement move since we did the first impulsive move this morning?
I'm gonna look back at this. I need to stop looking at it, but I'm looking back at my contract that I had and SPY. See what it went to.
Yeah, jumping in. I was gonna scale in with multiples, but I'm like, let me just slow down, just
That
one at a
contract
time
went
this
to-
choppy week, because it's like you're so eager that it's gonna go, and it's like it's not always doing that. It's just chill. It's still bullish so far, so now you're not at my SPY call. If you're not in, you could potentially get in. It may stop out at 431.68, but I don't know. The futures could really, I don't know. I don't know. The 2 hour, this is the close of the fair value gap. So I'm definitely expecting it in futures to stop at 43.68 based on my new whatever. Now, that's the first move. If it's really pushing today and it's gonna keep pushing today, this is 2 hours momentum at. Why are my buttons being weird? That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so momentum is positive, and on the daily, it's high and strong, like really strong. So it may break through to clear out the order block, as we just went over order block. So let's go back to the order block. Let me show you how it looks. It's way back here, but that's where it's coming to. That's what it's doing. So we see this consolidation here on the 2 hour. Boom, order block, price is running through, coming to it. Price today, with momentum being so high, I can see it clearing the order block. When I mean clear, I mean come up to this so this is the block. So kind of like this candle that's breaking out of the block. Price is most likely going to come to the top of the base of this candle, and we'll probably close somewhere there today if we stay strong bullish. Pretty confident about that. And if it doesn't happen, I'll just be like, "Oh, Randy." But if today leaves with a wick, like right at this line, I'll be like, "I got you." All right. So like, it's a baking candle too. So we just got to clear this wick. So maybe the lunch algorithm, whatever, can take this out, and then we can push up above it and we'll close somewhere up here. So if you, that to me is feeling really good. So for those who didn't get into SPY looking for another dollar move, I think it may do it. It may do even more than that on the SPY. It may give you a couple more dollars with this move, especially if it clears the order block. So, because that would look like what on SPY? Should get something similar here. So this is where I can. So see, we have this long count. This is what will psych you out on day. This is what got me earlier this week. So we see it here, but we don't want to get too excited because we always got to dissect it. Because it's on the daily. So now I'm on a 2 hour. See if I can get that. This we coming back here, ain't we, y'all? Like we are back here. All right. So okay. So probably for SPY, now that I'm on the 2 hour and I can see my candles and I see this nice run in here, 432.64. Yeah, probably 432. Maybe if it was clearing the block, we may get the wick. It may run up to the wick. That's like barely touching 433. But yeah, if you want to scout that dollar in SIM and believe that, oh, anyway, you know, I can see that move. It's probably going to do that, saying that we're midway between this candle and it's only 10 o'clock. And we got a lot of bullish confluence over here. It's just watch list is looking hella green more than anything. We got a few companies doing something different. But if you think that it's going to do that dollar, you can scalp that and feel good about yourself today. And other than that, you know, unless you're trying Adobe, you can always do Adobe in SIM. It's expensive, but the move is there. So I could totally see it finish doing that and then maybe stop out for a day. If it breaks further, I mean, God bless us. You know, shoot, SPY's already at $2. SPY can do a $6 move. So I wouldn't, you know, SPY can do it if it wants to do it. SPY, this is the daily, looking at the average true range, which is right down here. And my teal color, it's $4.27. So we're only at $2.28. So you have another $2 move potentially you can get out of SPY, and $2 is all we want, right? So hey, right? So we can potentially get back into SPY with knowing the way this is looking.
Yeah, SPY should be pushing up. Adobe's starting to push back up too. So, yep, SPY ES is reaching a new high. So is SPY. So SPY did the whole. Looks like it's doing the whole dang on thing.
It's gonna do the whole thing. I think so too. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into SPY and get whatever left today that I can get. If I can.
Girl. Too soon, Tandra. All right. I gotta trust myself that I saw what I saw in this. Stick with it.
You gotta trust yourself. Also, give yourself a few minutes to let price do his thing.
Yeah, that's what I did. I can't say at least waited that I didn't just.
But you took the trade.
Yeah, I didn't bet. Yeah, I took a trade last night. I jumped in when I tell you about Randy, my trade filled at 359.
I don't know how you do that, girl.
Well, I had put it in, but it wouldn't take the order. It didn't take the order. It sat there.
Let me see what time I'm gonna verify, just make sure I'm not making this up, but I swear it was 3:59. And then, cause I wanna say it filled my order and then the bell rung. Like it was like 3:59 and 58 seconds. Let me see what time that order went in. I was just intriguing myself. I'm like, let me see if this order's gonna fill. So I just sat here like that and it did it at 3:59. So I wanted to see. I was gonna take it as fate. Either I'm supposed to be in this trade or I'm not. If it don't feel that I get that I'm not supposed to be in.
That's what you did? Okay.
Well, that's what I did. I was gonna see what it was gonna do.
Yo, that's a strategy. If I'm not supposed to be in it or not.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Sandra, that's hilarious.
Randy, 3:59 and 57 seconds is when it put me in that. I told you it took my order and then the bell rung.
Oh, retracement. Getting in right after 10, trying to wait for the move. I hate, that's hilarious.
All right, it kissed that line and then turned back around. What you doing?
It
Spy?
did. It
Yeah.
did.
It kissed the top of that line, but it
I
makes me
still
wanna
think
be
it's
just
going.
like-
I still think it's going up.
I think it's gonna do it. So just come down, get some more energy and blast.
Basically, we always need a retrace. It's only 10 o'clock. we always need a retracement move.
Yeah.
So what are you over there doing, Maria? Hey, Maria. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning. I'm expecting some kind of retracement, so I just got into a put. I'm hoping I made the right call. I'm trying to
You
use
did
a
too. I think this is
put.
retracement time. I just got in the call
Yeah.
right when it did it, but I expected to finish up today. But I got you. You gotta. We're testing it out today, y'all. This week, y'all. We're like retracement, impulsive, retracement, impulsive.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maria, was your put, the other put that you had for ES, was that successful or you had to get
the
out?
call. You're talking about the call.
I thought you were in the put as well.
Oh no! Well, no, I got out of that yesterday at a loss when price started running up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that I got out of
Okay.
with $175 loss. And then this morning I was thinking at the open we might have retracement. I wasn't expecting quite this run up, so I actually got out of the call.
Oh yeah.
With
I
just
call that trader fatigue. It was going to give you what you wanted, and you were like, "I'm over it," and you get out too soon.
Yeah. So at least on that, I got out with $50 profit, which is better than the
Yeah, that's
minus 400 that it was at yesterday morning. So,
true.
yay.
Randy, you like mangoes? My tree is producing. I have these honey mangoes. Do you like mangoes?
Yeah, we love mangoes.
Okay, I'll save you some. I'll have to bring you some.
Yeah, we can meet up halfway somewhere, so you don't have to.
Well, I have to go. Yeah, I have to go. I'm going to Tallahassee next Tuesday, so I may be able to just swing your way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Halfway, just come like towards the airport. I'll meet you there.
Right. Yes, that'll work.
International Mall sound good? International Mall?
That works too. Either one. Yep.
Because it's right there next to the airport, so we could do International Mall.
Well, the tree is loaded and it's starting to drop them, so you still in the window to let them, but they taste good. The ones that are riper taste really good.
We're definitely taking. That's Jay's favorite fruit is mango.
Oh, really? Well, she's gonna get a bunch of free ones then.
She can tear them up. No, I think we wanna. We're so into this fair value. Yeah, I mean, if it retraces on us, oh my God, like it really could, and I would just be devastated. But I think if we want to at least come up and touch this top, we'll see. You're bullish until you're not. It looks like it until it doesn't, and you got a strong wick on this one.
So I was listening to some other people analyze it, and they said if SPY gets to 430 and holds it, it's gonna keep going. It can go all the way up to 440 something.
Yeah, I agree.
or 40
And I
something.
mean,
Yeah.
look, I don't, we're all speculating a lot. We're like, oh, we're gonna drop and then we're gonna do it. And I guess I think I hold on to some of that stuff too. I hold on to a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. Y'all, I have an open heart chakra. I can hold on to a lot of stuff. I have an open heart chakra and a defined head chakra. So it's like my heart is open. I take everything in, and then my mind like over processes it all because it's defined and has infinite amount of energy, and I can't let it go. So it's like this. Because I think a part of that when we were speculating that, like saying, "Oh, we still have a drop," and it still could come, but like it's like just trade the moment. Don't let that
Yes.
underlying like get to you. And so you just
Okay.
it's a work in progress, y'all. But we're working it, as you can see.
Yeah.
Maria, I'm proud of actually mirroring Maria a lot this week because I know like I'm down. Well, I was down as of yesterday, like $600, y'all. So I'm like, damn, all right. And it's not like a bad thing. It's just like I know what I'm testing out. I know this market's choppy. That's why I'm like, I'm not blaming all me because this market this week has just been choppy as hell. Versus last week, we definitely had more of a trend, right?
Consistent
So it was
trend, yeah.
easier to make money last week. But our tenacity to stay in here and keep trying it out and like going back and forth and really managing our losses, because I think if this would have been 6 months from now, that would have not been $600 loss. For as much as I've been going in and out to like manage it and figure out what's going on with these prices, because in that $600 loss, there's some profits. It's just like, so I really, commend us for duking it out in the ring again. It's you against you, right? It's Randy on old Randy against new Randy. It's and you just like I'm gonna beat the old Randy out. Like she got to take a seat. Like she is advisory only for like what not to do for the future. Okay, everything else needs to be Randy pushing herself to new limits, new challenges, becoming this great profitable trader. Right. It's really that. Yes, Maria. You versus Utah. That's what this is. So trading really comes down to you making that decision to finally face you. If you're not ready to face your demons, you may need to pick a different job in the interim. Because if you want to be a great trader, it means you have to face everything that you don't like about yourself and nip it.
Yep. I agree. I'm proud of everyone in this room. I'm hoping that if even those who are quiet, I hope everyone is making progress, whether it's on either side of it. You understand what you're doing when you're losing, you're on the other side of it, or you're understanding what, of course we all like the euphoric feeling when we won. I had a win this morning, so it's like, and also I saw what I saw last night, which made me get into the trade. And it worked out for me this morning because I'm like, that candle looks hella bullish. And so of course, when I got up and looked at futures, I was like, okay, baby Jesus, don't start with me this morning. I'm not in the mood. So, but fortunately it did, I saw what I saw. I saw this thing looking very bullish and went for it. But I just, like I said, I would like to say congratulations to us on all sides of what we're doing. Randy knew that she didn't need to trade this week, and she's or even today or whatever the case may be.
Just learning the boundaries, like where to take it, where to put your rules, because you could put a lot of. Because I like what you called me out yesterday, Tandra, because you was like, well, maybe Randy, you should rephrase it, not trade, and that I love that you said that because that's exactly what I was doing. It's like, yo, stop beating yourself up to the point of just like I'm not gonna do it at all, and just not, and it's like nah, it doesn't always need to be that extreme. Like
right.
just so I love that you came in. This is Mama Tandra in the house, right?
Yes.
Mama traded, and we all need mom to come in and be like, well,
right.
Wait a minute now, baby.
Right. And a little bit more to that statement to make it a little bit more solid. We needed to be a little more solid.
So I'm like, you're right. Don't just because that's exactly what I was doing. I was a little frustrated with the losses. So I was like, I was doing the pout. Like, when you have kids, you realize how much you act like your kid sometimes. And you're like, oh, that's where they get that shit from. Oops. Right? That's literally how I felt yesterday. I felt like my daughter when she just kicks stuff over and she's just like, I don't want to be bothered with it anymore. And I've always been a little more self-sabotage with it. she's taking the same energy though, and she'll literally chuck stuff across the room, right? And I'm like, damn, I didn't realize it's the same behavior, just output differently. So I'll internalize that energy and do something stupid to myself, like take a trade I'm not supposed to take. Right, that's how I'll do it. While Jay is going like literally, I mean, she's also still a child, but you know, you still got some adults that will throw things across the room. So I can see her being on that side of the fence. So yeah, it's just you know, getting to know yourself, work through it, recognize it, and just get back up and keep going. I love how Maria's like, I'm out here fighting all kinds of demons. Yeah, you are wrong on the put today. It's okay. We're supposed to be wrong at least 30% of the time. So note that as well. You're supposed to be wrong at least 30% of the time. So that's why you have to journal, because then when you journal your mistakes, then when you look back at the whole thing, you're like, oh, well, I did exactly what I was supposed to do, because look, my mistakes equate to about 30% of my trades, and that's what's supposed to happen. I was wrong 30% of the time. Max, right? You can, as you get better, you can shorten that percentage or lower that percentage, right? But for the most part, default, we're 70% right, 30% wrong. So be okay with that. It's normal.
Yeah.
We're trading SPY as it's running up here. Adobe was too expensive. So Fatima took it. I don't know if she took it in Summer Camp. I don't know if she did Summer Live, but she decided to take it. But it was all based off of a capital decision this morning, Tiffany, because me personally, knowing that I could pay Adobe $400, $500, I refused to pay Adobe $1,200 to $1,400 this morning. Refuse, not doing it. It's like those XPX inflated days. I'm not doing it. It's just, I'm gonna just miss the move. It's okay. And I'll make Adobe back when the premiums come back down. Other than those two, I don't really have any other moves unless you have anything else you're looking at. I mean, the video is flying up $11 or whatever. So yeah. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to take this phone call because I have contractors coming to the house. So give me one moment. All right, guys. Tiffany had to work this morning. No worries. I get it. Get it. Yeah, remembering the whole one contract, two Chandra, that's gonna be something I have to work at as well. So price is coming so close to this line and not breaking just yet. So we'll see. And I just kind of make my money and be done with SPY. If it continues to run, it's going to continue to run because I have contractors coming sooner than later. Like, you want them to be early, you want them to be like right on time. I want them to be right on time, and they're going to show up early today. So we'll see how I finesse this call with that being said today. So it is what it is, y'all. Apologies, but I need to get an electric car charger installed. Like, I've had my electric car this whole time, and y'all know, and I've been using a portable charger in the house this whole time, and it's been fine. Everything's fine until it's not, right? So a surge came through one nice rainy, thunderstormy Florida evening and blew the charger and the socket based on the amount of energy it takes to charge a car. So now I need an electrician. and I'm going to install a level 2 charger. So that won't happen again. So we're just going to get the whole rewiring done so we could just be done. Because it was good until it wasn't, right? And I had no idea Surge would do that. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen for me today. Can't wait, because I actually am really excited about getting a level 2 charger in my house. Because for one, my car is about to charge hella fast. And then and I can just maximize everything that I'm doing. It just feels really good. A really good investment. And then it's like in the house. So then like it's in the house. So obviously when I get renters in here, you have an electric car charger. So we're going down that path, right? In the world of electric cars, and it will be valuable.
So you said that's a lot. I'm gonna have to write, because I know with the building of our house, that's what I was gonna do, make sure we put in an electric car charger, because I'm like,
Yeah.
eventually at some point, I know we're probably gonna go to that.
So the charger itself are ranging anywhere to $300 to $700 for the charger. And then I will let you know about how much this electrician is out to charge me, like a quote on how
Okay.
much of what it looks like.
So we'll do it as a part of the building project, so it'll be.
Yeah, you can just factor it in. Yeah.
We'll just.
But for all of you who may be interested, I'll let you know next week. You can ask me, Randy, how's the electrician going? I'll let you know. Yeah. So
I'm sitting here realizing I'm checking because I went to see what time it took my trade yesterday, and I'm realizing, like, girl, you have not logged your trades just within the end
go
of
back
May.
and
And that's
read
what
that.
I'm sitting here trying to do right now. So track my progress. Look at this thing, is just sitting at this line. I'm gonna go up to
It is just sitting here
Up to
at the
it.
moment, isn't it? I
Yeah.
need you to break up past it, or I'm just not gonna be a profitable trade. Come on, push up here and take me out.
Does anybody have any idea why Adobe's contracts are so expensive right now? The
We
last
think earnings next week. Earnings is
Oh,
literally
earnings.
next Thursday.
Okay, yeah.
So we're missing out all this good movement because
Because that's too expensive. Yeah.
but we're learning a good lesson in FOMO. That's what I'm saying. Like we all have to at some point like get rid of FOMO.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a good lesson. Like, I want it so bad, but it's like, yeah, but that's $1,600 though. Like,
Right.
got me like, no, you just gonna sit and wait. You're just gonna sit and wait. All right, y'all. We're just kind of waiting on Price to do this move.
Yeah, I like your order block training you did this morning. I got to watch most of it until my dad's nurse call. The nurse call, so it's like, anyway. So it's like, let me juggle all these things. Yeah, I like that, and I also like that when you showed the illustration where, because normally when I think of order blocks, I'm thinking that the cameras are like kind of more side by side. But you had some that was kind of doing not necessarily maybe a downtrend or maybe a going up, but it was like a curve in it. It wasn't just a straight side by side candle. So that was good to see as well. Because I don't always see those as order blocks. So yes.
Yeah, because the way ICT teaches them. So I think I stumbled across something ICT, y'all, and I was like, oh, that's why they're doing it this way. So it's similar but different.
Okay.
Right. So like because you guys were looking at the 1 minute on ICT, the order blocks are smaller. That's really what it is. I don't come down to that small of a time frame, so therefore they're gonna look more like consolidation zones on the long time frame.
Yeah,
and
that
so
makes sense. Yeah.
right, exactly. That's all it is. And then the consolidation zones also translate into larger candlestick trends. So like your order blocks can also be right. For I know who a few people are in here like with the candlestick. So for you just sitting here just kind of calling you out. So they're also gonna form right your falling wedges, right? Or your pennants, right? Like those flags when it's doing like a bullish bearish flag, that's an order block to then break out. It's the same thing. Like it's all like it's just so many names to call it. You want to call it order block, you want to call it a flag, you want to call it consolidation zone, whatever. But it's all doing the same theory. It's all smart money. It's all of a moment where the chart takes a breath to figure out where it's gonna go next. Right? We all gotta take a breath. The chart, we can look at the chart as a living, breathing organism. Y'all gonna make me go microbiome on y'all. Like,
So what's happening with Adobe? You think should I get out of this thing?
so the last time it did this, it made a W and it finished going up. So you don't have a confirm down just yet. You have to wait. You just have to wait for these candles. It did the morning move run up. So as this was a move you would have to take and then kind of sit. It did this yesterday too. It ran up and then it stood right here and it only barely moved up, but it stayed above the line, which gave you the conviction that it could stay bullish, and then it gapped up this morning. So I guess right now what you're looking for Fatima is if you're going to get a double top, like an M. If you see the M, I would get out. So you can use the M as a way to get out.
The last candle goes all the way.
Well, you don't have to wait till you don't have to wait till it finishes forming, right? You could do like see most of it, and once it's kind of in, I'm on the 5 minutes. So if we come out, see the 15 minutes not even really giving you a good signal yet, but it will need to come down into these larger retracement candles, and I kind of have it from the 5 minute. If you chart Adobe on the 5 minute, I have the line at 456.73. That's for it to break, because I don't know if it's going to be an M. It could be an M. It could just do a dip down and back up. You know, there's so many ways this could be drawn out. But overall, you don't want it to break below 456.73, because then that is really going to confirm that you're in the reversal. As long as it's trailing above that, it's just retracing. Now,
Okay.
how you want to deal with your P&L while it's retracing, I'm gonna give all my prayer power to you.
Yes, I need a lot of prayer power.
I understand. So you're just gonna, and then you can send an alert email on the top side if you want, past these wicks up here. So therefore you can look like if it is bouncing up, is it staying up or is it turning around? So you want to be alerted to look back at Adobe in these ranges. And you can even move this if you want to just keep your eyes on it, alert. We can move this up to the wick.
I'm at work, so it's like I can't do
I
all
get
that.
it. I get it. That's what I'm saying. You want to set, if you want to do, we can set an alert at 458 on the chart and an alert at 466. And then when you're alerted, you can just look back at it since you're at work.
Yeah, looks like it's trying to go forward though.
It's making a
Yeah,
decision, but I will put the alerts on those two ranges, because then you can do your work, and until you get an alert to go off, you don't execute anything. That's the only I get working, y'all. The finesse of working and trading. Once you got it down, y'all tell me how y'all doing it, because I quit my job. I said I couldn't do it.
I reached my first year of not working. So first year of not working, no steady paychecks, been sitting in front of the screen trying to figure this train thing out.
All right, so we kissed my line, and it's still holding a bullish sentiment. So I have no reason to get out of my calls, and I have take profit orders at 432.67 ish area, because I think that's where it's gonna at least go, and I'll just be good with that. We are gonna have to cut this meeting a little short today, guys, because I was trying to get the contractor to come at 11, and then he was like, they're gonna give me another ticket, and I was like, hell no, I'm not waiting all day for this. Y'all know how it is with contractor work. No, we're just gonna cut the call early. I love y'all. Y'all know where to find me. I'll be here Sunday. We're good now. He hasn't showed up yet. If y'all just wait, because we're just waiting on this. I really have nothing else. to give you guys this Friday. We did a course. Open my window so I can see. As he pulls up and I just be like, see y'all, bye.
Oh, look at it going at my next target. My third target was 431.97. It's going for it. Go ahead, Spy.
Did you get back in?
I did not get back in. I'm sitting here updating my log here. So I made.
You always do that.
I know. My brain can only focus on one thing at a time.
As long as you know.
Yep. Yeah.
As long as you know. Because I'm like, why you get back in?
Mm-mm. Did not
You
get
stalled
back in.
enough for
Maybe I might try some retracement stuff because I do have my 3-day trade. So, or I may look at Home Depot or Cat. Home Depot looks like it completely turned itself around. So,
So the fact that it
But
hit
it-
here, I may have to get out. I wonder if it's gonna make it.
yes, it's going to.
I don't know, because like it hit my alert, and this is the moment of truth for me to know it's still bullish though. It's still pretty bullish.
It is bullish. It's wicking through there. What's your take profit? See, look at it. It's pushing through it.
I'm winning. I mean, the futures hit the first target, so I need the futures needs to push
There you go. Look at that push.
past.
Look at
Come
the push.
on, break.
It's doing it.
Hold,
Doing it.
hold that line, babe. Hold that line. Hold that line. All my cheerleaders in the house.
What?
Yeah.
We just need a big push.
Or football cheerleaders, let me be specific.
Yeah.
Because some cheerleaders are basketball. I was a football cheerleader, so we hold that line. Go defense.
Yeah, defense.
Right. Defense. Defense. Yeah.
But all right, lady, go and deal with your contractors.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go. Y'all be safe for the rest of the trading day. Text me questions will be in the Telegram and stuff like that, or on the website, whatever floats your boat. Sunday school will be this Sunday at 4 to go over how the market did and kind of plan for next week. I think that's it, y'all. Y'all be good. Take care. I love you guys.
Have you too.
Happy
Bye.
trading. Bye.
Bye.